All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good Sunday evening. Hope everybody is well. Just checking to make sure everything is good. So hopefully this evening there's no echo. I spent a fair amount of time trying to figure it out. I think I found out what was going on and did some more testing to resolve. And like I said, hopefully that's not going to be an issue going forward, especially tonight, because I don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So yeah, hope everybody's good. Do up a quick poll, see what everybody's bias is this week. My bias, I kind of gave my bias. I kind of gave it away a little bit before, so I'm actually still bullish. Hey, Forex Edge, what do you think the market will do this week or Monday? Depends. That's the easy answer out. Well, I'll say it this way. Like, I think what we'll probably see is like a little bit of a larger range accumulation or consolidation, as some would look at it. So, probably a little bit bullish and bearish, but just in the attempt to build liquidity on both sides. So we kind of have news this week. I personally think that we may be headed towards bullish price. But if you're asking me specifically about like today and going into tomorrow, I think we might have, like I said, maybe I'm anticipating maybe a gap up, a very small gap up this evening to reach back into previous area from Friday, and then a bit of a run short. I think just looking at last week, and it's kind of obviously hindsight, everybody could say, yeah, sure, we could all see that now, but I'm looking at it. Hey, Chris, good evening. Doing good. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm always on the side of I think I only use the expression of like Lucy and Charlie Brown before. I'm kind of on that level, because there are people that will see what we did Friday and they're like, oh, the shorts are in. And I always look at stuff like that. In some cases, like the football is going to get snatched away before Charlie Brown has the chance to kick it. So for the people that are looking to, launch shorts into the stratosphere, I kind of feel like they're going to get a psych and we're going to, pop back up. But, that's just what I think. Could be wrong. Been wrong before. won't be the last time that happens. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How about you? What's your bias? What do you think? Oh, I better not do this. I did that the last time, and when we gapped, I couldn't see it. Bit terrifying. How's your weekend been, Chris? How you been doing? And also, are you guys hearing me okay? Is there an echo? So hopefully that answer is yes, you can hear me, but no, there's not. I am trying. Yeah, it seems like it's not. Met with the week. Nice. Awesome. Glad to hear that, man. That's good. Glad for the week ahead. Yeah. Yeah, me too. We have. What do we have this week? We've got initial jobless. Yeah, we've got initial jobless claims this week on Thursday. We have the continuing jobless claims on Thursday at 8:30. Wednesday, I think we have like 3 Fed speakers on Wednesday. Somebody's speaking at like 11:45. I know Wednesdays, there are like 3 of them. I think somebody else is talking on Thursday. And Friday is like PCE or something. That's when you know. That's when I know. Like, while I have a life and family, like, I have too much. Maybe, I don't know if it's too much time where I could actually remember like some of that shit. But most people are like, they gotta go. Now I'm going to look at the economic calendar now just to verify. I know that there's nothing really big. Okay, so Tuesday, Barkin is talking at 1. But there's no like real big economic news Monday or Tuesday. So Wednesday is new home sales at 10 o'clock. Bostic. So Bostic is speaking Wednesday at 12. Thursday, we know what Thursday is a good, easy day. Yeah, jobless claims, continuing jobless claims, and Harker speaks 3:15. Hammock speaks 1:15. Goolsby speaks at 10:15 Thursday night. I don't know what that's supposed to inspire, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's that. That is, as they say that. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, and that just kind of means that the beginning of the week is kind of ripe for the picking, actually. I don't want to say like pick a side, get on it, and stay on it, but it's one of the reasons why I like to try to trade early in the week to stay away from that, because if you can get a sense of the range of liquidity that's being built, sometimes you can find that sweep, and then you get a little bit going in the opposite direction, and then you could just kind of sit on the sideline, take what you have, and then just watch it play out instead of getting Hong Kong fooeyed and chopped up. But yeah, I think the combination of Fed talk is what's gonna, on top of obviously already like PCE and jobless claims. I kind of think that's a little bit of a farce, though, if I'm just being very frank about it. And I say that because, and I don't think this is going to be unpopular. We like any and everybody that's in the United States that pays a little bit of attention. Like you look at, and I'm not advocating for or against. I'm going to say that at the outset. Like my personal on that. while I could on this platform say it's not, I'm looking at it from a financial perspective, right? So for policies and jobs being lost from, like, say, federal workers, they still fit into this when it comes to like jobless claims. And some people would argue and say, well, no, that's primarily going to be based on like private sector, but it's a composite. That's one of the few metrics that is actually a composite. So when you look at like initial jobless claims, if, say, the consensus before whatever cuts were going to be beneficial, like those numbers were going to be lower, which would be negative, and the number comes in higher and it's actually positive, like, is it really positive? And I like, that's something that I've been thinking about like for the last couple of weeks. This is obviously the first time I'm verbalizing it, but it might lend itself. And you guys could go back and look at those 8:30, like the last couple of weeks on Thursday, look at the 8:30 candle on the initial jobless claims and the continuing jobless claims. So this is just my eye test, what the numbers indicate versus what the volatility is. And at least over the last couple of weeks, the jobless claims volatility at 8:30 has not really been there. Now, the volume has typically come in after the 9:30 open, but nothing that's going to persuade the market or retail, like people like us, one way or another at that 8:30 hour, or even up to 9 o'clock. So that's one of the reasons why I say, like, the jobless claims numbers are kind of, that's why I said that they're kind of suspect. But again, that's just my raggedy 1 cent and 3 shillings worth. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's accurate? Or do you think it is, in husky language, a lot of fluff? I found myself watching like a couple of YouTube shorts. I can't think of, I watched a couple of them and I didn't really get the name, but there are a couple of like husky owners out there that have like really, the dogs are just extremely animated. Huh. Wait for it, wait for it.
Order filled.
Order filled.
I've been talking about, and I know you're like, what the hell? I was talking about this when I did my bias video, and I said, and I actually just said it a little bit ago, I was going to be looking for the shorts if we opened up, we gapped up. And one of these days, maybe this week, maybe if I don't actually, like, I'm not actively trading, if you guys would be open to a video, like I can do a live, I wouldn't mind doing it. Actually, I probably would enjoy doing it on, if you're interested, of course, like how I sometimes see the markets, typically like late in the week, when I feel like it's looking to either complete like a price run. I you know, I don't know that people would be interested in that. And I talked about this like a little bit ago as to whether or not people would actually be interested in like how I see it and what I'm looking at. But I've just not done it because I don't know that that's interesting to people. So my target for those that weren't preview or didn't watch, like I did a weekly recap and like an outlook. So I'm looking at basically a level to profit out where there's actually a low that's sitting in an area of fair value. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And even if, I'm just going to say ahead of time, if I get stopped here, that's the other reason why I've got this. So I may, if this runs back into this area, because this was ultimately my area of interest, but I kind of afforded myself the ability in saying it may not come back in here, but I would at least take a market order if it at least came back up to these relative equal highs. But yeah, if we get stopped here, I would at least attempt another short above this level. Well, not above, but that would be like where my stop would go. So we shall see. Yeah, yeah. I just my thing is I don't think that structurally it looks good, but you just don't know unless you, and it's possible. It might just be the way I'm looking at it. It doesn't appear that there's like a let's go. I'll go to the 4 real quick. Let's see how this is gonna print. One, two, three. Yeah. That's gonna come back up to run that out. Well, we can get it if we get a soup or a run back above and then a closure back inside. We can get it. Every time I want to go, it's like something's like, wait, just wait. soon as I get this candle closed, yeah, we got a couple minutes, so it's probably gonna stop me because I might be like, in terms of that area, it might be too tight, but I just want to see what we're going to get up here. And then I was going to go up to the 4 and take a look. But like I said, I want to get a closure here first. Yeah, we got a little bit to go before this candle closes. Like about another minute, actually. All right, about another 15 or so seconds, and then this candle will close. So let's see if it closes back down, or if hits me with that Miss Piggy.
Order filled.
Yeah. Got the Miss Piggy chop. All right, I'm gonna try one more here.
Order filled.
And like I said, stop here. If it goes above there, then that's just gonna be invalid. And then we just wait. So while that's doing what it's doing, because I've already established like that's going to be an invalidation. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll have to take out something else. Like, obviously, again, I know y'all gonna be like, here he goes with this damn candle range shit again. But I mean, it's worth noting. I'm not making it up. It's worth noting. Closure back inside, right? It opened inside. This closed about halfway through. So, I mean, can we take this and come back? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. And I know some people that may come and tune in and like they watch and they're like, what the hell? Like, what is he looking at? Like I said from the outset, like, I'm a strong proponent of candle range theory because, you know, when it's in place and it's in line with order flow and everything else, like it sometimes it will help you see what is to come or what you could anticipate. And then there are also times where sometimes yours truly, I'm looking maybe at the wrong candle or the wrong sequence of candles and doesn't play out. And then at that point, I typically say what I said during the recap and other times. I was on the wrong side. I was just wrong. I read it wrong. So we'll just see what we get here. I think it's about time for me to reset like this account. I was debating whether or not I should have gone and got like some water or something before I started the live stream, and I was like, nah, I'll be good. I wish I had gone and gotten water. Really wished I had done that, but all good. One of the few times where like I've got a monster sitting up here, like a zero sugar monster, but that's not really what I want. And I mean, the tap water here, I don't know. I mean, thankfully, I already have kids, because if I didn't, I'd be scared. Like, you know, I might have a baby with 9 heads drinking the freaking tap water. even with a filtration system, it's like, nah. Nope. Oh, you talking about the Ultra? Yeah, I know. That's a damn shame. Like, I call it by name. Ultra? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's weird. This is I've yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna tell that. I'm gonna get it at. My gosh. Monster and I have had like over a decade of decent times. All right, hey, I might be wrong on this one too. That might be reaching back up into that engulfing, or the not the engulfing. I'm sorry, the imbalance. I mean, it would kind of be, in my opinion, it seems like that might be a little backwards, but then again, it is Sunday. We're starting obviously in the ETH, so kind of do whatever it wants. So yeah, I just like to see a closure back through here. A closure short. See what we get. And we've got about a little under 2 minutes for this candle to close and go into 620. So what's everybody's bias this week? You bullish? You bearish? Kind of like, I don't know. Whatever we get is what I am. All right. One more minute to go for candle closure. Oh, while you guys are here, kind of side note to trading. Has anybody seen, or if you're interested in that type of movie genre, has anybody seen like the new Nosferatu movie? Anybody at all? All right, so we got about 10 seconds for this candle to close. Interesting. That's paired here. Yeah.
Am I alive yet?
Yeah, this could go either way. And quite possibly, if we close in here, I'm gonna get stopped, and then I'm probably just gonna sit and watch for the rest of the evening. Because this may be a case where maybe we don't retrace like that full 4-hour imbalance, but we retrace a portion of it until, you know, the market achieves whatever the accumulated liquidity it needs to run short. But it's really going to be a body. We need a body above. So when I have my cursor, I'm just literally, I'm looking at I've got 3 on that. So it's barely a body through, but I was looking at this candle, and if it continued to push, or even this one with a body above, to close back inside, because it could literally just be pairing price. So it could pair price, and then we could see this candle basically as it's doing at the moment retreat short. So yeah, exactly. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, again, it's called me freaking quick draw. And you're exactly right, Chris. We're in alignment a little bit. Like I'm looking for, like I said, a not prolonged short, but just to that lower area. Yeah, exactly. Take the short now if there is the structural, which, man, which I'll just have to see. But yeah, the short and then the structural narrative to potentially then go long back into that imbalance, only to maybe be staring at another short. Yeah. So we're on the same page. But at least like one of a couple of the legs, obviously. Yeah. So obviously and honestly, like I don't have to be, kind of don't want to be in all of them. Kind of want to stay on the right side, but we shall see. I'll be patient till New York session. Yeah, I'm unfortunately yeah, that's good move. Good move. And I mean the other thing is like you'll basically have all the data that you need, like in terms of price and the delivery, to be able to kind of map out and mark out, even if you want to follow it back up and not trade it, but you know, that structural narrative of what gets left behind, where, right? If it's setting up, you know, to maybe give you like that low resistance run back short. Like I always say, like the unfortunate side of I won't say unfortunate, I'll just say the one drawback for me is just by the time I get done in the morning with work, it's frustrating because I'll get back here sometimes as early as 10, but on average it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and it's like, well, do I look for something? Or even if I have what I might be looking for to take place, and it's like between the open and that initial balance time frame up to 10:30, maybe half of what I was looking for is already done. So a little challenging, but I'll take the lumps, and then I can take what I can get, because more times than not, I think I'm just kind of fortunate, and in some cases just really strategic. If I got to take the lump and take the L, you know, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna have to crack this monster. And this is the have you tried the Ultra Vice guava? This stuff is pretty good too. should have showed you the can before I opened it, but. Hey, Ishmael. How you doing? Didn't get smacked in the mouth here. Yeah, it has been. How you been? Gucci, good to hear, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Trust me, I understand. Sometimes I wish I was literally tied up so I have more time and be home. But yeah, things been good. I can't complain at all, man. Things are good. Yeah, I appreciate you for asking. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a reprieve. The wife is away. Little vacation for her to kind of like de-stress and everything. So she went to she left to go to Hawaii on Thursday, but yeah, she'll be back on Wednesday. So get her some R&R, come back refreshed, and so. But other than that, yeah, everybody's good. Everybody's good. Yeah, now, no, what's up is... oh, I don't even know how I want to say it. I'm just going to fucking say it. Now I just got to figure out where I want to go. There are a couple of places that are on my list, but I'm just not too trusting of certain forms of transportation right now. So I mean, dare I say I want to go to be like, I want to go to like Greece or Italy or something. I'm like, the way I feel, shit, just give me a goddamn canoe or a kayak or something. Attach a sail to it and be like, hey, I'm out, bitches. I don't know. I don't know. One place, honestly, and I've been, well, shit, if I tell you guys, then everybody's gonna know, and then this is gonna be public, and then I gotta find another place. But and it's just true because I want to go. The one place that's kind of always been on a bucket list, and I always said, like, if I disappeared from, you know, Western civilization, is like nobody knew where I went, I would go to Nepal. I've always wanted to go to Nepal. So that's just something that's always interested me. So if I had an opportunity, it would be there. Like I said, because I was in the military, so a good chunk of Europe I've seen and I've been. There are parts of Asia that I have not been to, but at the top of that list would be like Nepal. So I mean, it's probably something that I could say like with a level of foreshadow, which is, you know, if things continue as they've been going so far this year, except for this trade that's about to hit the order fill number here. It stopped me out for the second time, and then that'll be a wrap on the day. But yeah, if things continue to trend as they are so far this year, and then obviously we're only like 2 months in, I could for sure see something like that maybe towards the end of this year, or maybe even the beginning of next year. So as with everything, you know, something to work towards. So the first one was a pop on the wrist. This one is kind of like a little bit of a smack in the mouth. If we get stopped here, which, you know, to be expected. Yep.
Order filled.
There we go. So what's crazy about this is what I was looking for on what I was looking for on Thursday? No, Friday. What I was looking for on Friday is occurring now. Like literally late Friday morning. It's actually happening now. But that would be a stretch. That might be it. But I don't know. Yeah, that would be a bit of a stretch. It could. Let's see. Yeah, that could. What I'm saying is it you know, if it reaches back up into here, like it may, Chris, I know what we were talking about before. If we get basically this high back up, we can probably fill that imbalance. And then like you said, it would open the door for, like, again, the continued shorts. And I mean, not really a problem, but it would be worth seeing, because then what it does is it'll induce people, like, even like I myself would not be long here. I wouldn't, like, despite this, I still wouldn't switch my bias to go long, because I think that's where you'll end up getting trapped. But again, just my thought. That's just the thought. Yeah, 636. So, while this is doing what it's doing, so 38% of people looking for bullish price, 25% say the shorts are in this week. That's crazy. And 38% actually say, hell if I know. Who did it? Who did it? Somebody did it. Who just made it even all the way across the board? I need to know who that 9th vote was. You don't have to answer me. Don't worry about it. Just leave that up. It's at 1 hour. I wonder. Yeah, okay, I got you. I got you. That man. That's crazy. Yeah, we might excuse me. I just want to see what that looks like fractally here. Hey, T-Money. $760. Yeah, this is absolutely. We were looking for Friday. Yeah, the crazy thing about me is like a lot of times I'll go right past the hourly. I'll look sometimes at the 15, but I literally sit on the 5 minute. I'll go up to the 4 and the daily. But give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. T Money. My thing was I wasn't. Well, Chris and I were talking about this. Like I didn't think we were gonna do this tonight, or like even between Globex Open and even prior to New York session. But that's why what retail does is called speculating. So never know. Okay. And 45.
Order filled.
Yeah, just kill that.
Order rejected.
Cool. Should be out. Oh, good. It hit my. Okay, so I hit my stop on that. Cool. Oh no, I'm out. I took myself out. But I was short, to answer your question. I was short. Trade stocks. Yeah, I enjoy futures for sure. What stocks primarily? Let's try this again here. It's a practice account, so I'm not gonna hurt anything. Let's just see. Lock that. I'm gonna go right there. Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, SPY. You selling Tesla now? I'm being a little bit of a smartass, but I'm being serious too. Like, hopefully you're selling it. All right. Well, I'm done with where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna sit on my hands on my my Tradeify. So I had a very specific stop limit, which it stopped me out at. So if this runs all the way back across, like, you know, this is just one of those cases where it's just unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Where is where? Yeah, it is. I mean, my facial expression didn't even change. I'm, you know, I've always, and I understand now, like there might have been a point in time where I would have been fucking bummed, but when you anticipate, I think I was just talking about this last week, when you get comfortable with losing, like it's just like, okay, it happens. And then when you know, you catch one and it runs, it happens. It's like either way, it's not gonna matter. So I'm gonna just close this out. Say yes. So that is that. And hey, look at that. Yeah, all good. Yeah, exactly. Take it on the fucking chin, roll with the punch, and keep going. So, all good. The practice account will look fat though. Actually, the practice account has been looking fat up until last Thursday, Friday. So it's all good. Yeah, that is just so crazy. It's crazy. 21.7, I want to say it was 21.770 was the level, and I want to say I had that Friday, and instead of doing this, it did this. And somewhere in and around here, it was just like, fuck you, Jeremy. And it was like, okay. And lo and behold, what do we get today? Oh, hello. Thanks for the sub, T-Money. I appreciate it. I get a pip pip cheerio, and, you know, here we go. Yeah, all good. Let's see. Looking to see what. Dag nabbit. It's like keeps kicking me out of so it's like I get rid of like the echoes in the mic, and then we go back to the like the chat bots just basically telling me to go screw myself. They're just not gonna they're not gonna cooperate. They're just gonna do what they want to do. I don't like that. I'm just really confused. What the hell is going on here? Hey, Jefferson. Advice for a 16-year-old trying to learn? Holy smokes, man. Advice. Biggest piece of advice I would probably give you, it's going to sound a little contradictory, but if I would tell you to stay away from social media influencers in this space. Not all, but the majority that are showing you a lifestyle, stay away from them. If I had to pick the best way to try to learn, I would tell you just to figure out I want to tell you what I typically talk to like older people that have had like a little bit of financial, background, like if they've done options and things like that. But realistically, I would just tell you just to go in and just understand and learn what things are. So if you're looking at like say currency or like this is futures, go in and just kind of look at the different futures markets, what they are, what futures contracts are. You can go to the CME site. So I would say just kind of familiarize yourself with what the financial instruments and assets are, and then from there I think it's called, there's a YouTube channel, I believe it's called SMB Capital. And what that is, it is a fund or a firm where he gives, it's basically a former hedge fund manager who created like his own firm, but he's big on technical analysis. And he literally like structures everybody in terms of understanding like the technical aspects of the market, and just tells them basically look at the technicals, look at the price delivery and price action, and then you can look at news events and things like that to see if the news coincides with maybe the technical movement of the market that's about to come. And like I said, I think that's S Sam Mike Bravo Capital. And then other than that, I would tell you just to pick whatever the asset is that you like, something that you don't have to be overly familiar with, and then just watch the market. And again, it kind of goes back to the last thing, the previous thing. Just learn what things are. If it's currencies, understand what a pip is. What types of market orders? Is it a limit? Is it a stop? Right? Is it a market order? Stop losses, risk management. But yeah, if you're trying to learn, I would say the basics is gonna always come back to price action, understanding how price moves, what generates it. I have my own philosophy, so I don't want to skew you one way or another, but I'm lying. I'm gonna skew you a little bit since you asked me. It's for you to decide based on as you go through and you learn. But if there's anything that I feel like in 6 years that has turned out to be a lie to some degree, is that we retail traders move the market. So whenever you hear somebody say something like buying or selling pressure based upon the number of participants in a market, I personally believe that is not 100% true. The entities that control the movement, it's not us. Has absolutely little to do with our segment of the retail space. It's not us. So for that reason, that like if I were to skew you one way, it would be anybody that's talking to you or anything that you hear about market makers and the people that are buying at a particular level or the people that are selling at a particular level, I would just tell you to be a little leery of that, because like I said, there are not enough of us to make that kind of movement, any kind of movement in price, a leg in price, a gap up in price. It's not us. It is not us. So I hope that helps with some. Congratulations on trying to learn a skill that you're gonna constantly develop and learn. And I'll be the first to tell you, you will lose a lot. So if you can learn to become a professional loser, there may be a future for you. Because you're gonna have to, doing this, speculating, trading, you have to have like a certain kind of resiliency. And I mean, at 16, you could very well have that. Like, I obviously don't know you or the background or anything, but you just have to get comfortable or become comfortable with understanding that it's a learning process. It's gradual. It's not gonna come quick. And you just, that's why practice accounts are yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But they can also be detrimental if you don't understand risk management. But you're 100% correct, Blake. And that's where like that risk management aspect, that's where that comes into play. Because yeah, it can be key in terms of, practicing something that you've learned. So absolutely. Just the more you go into it, yeah, you'll have a broader foundation as you get older. And yes, Wesley, yes. Yes. 1,000,000,000% correct. Yes. And the crazy thing is, rebuild. Three months, paid my rebuild happily while I watch friend blow. Yeah. No problem, Jefferson. No problem. Anytime, man. Anytime. I like to consider like my stuff like the no fluff, no BS. You're 16, so I know you've heard bullshit before. But yeah, I can't say that enough about, you can probably see they're gonna, although I'm on YouTube, I'm not, you're never gonna see, me do like a day in the life. Like somebody would have to say, they would have to like flood like comments and everything else would be like, hey, we want to see a day in the life. My day in the life would be fucking boring. Y'all would be like, really, dude? That's what you do? That's what, be like, this mother, he went to work. And the fact that I still work a job tells you too. Like, some people would say, oh, well, if you're so good at trading, why are you still working a job? Because why would I cut my nose off to spite my face? Like, what are some of the things that you want? You want time freedom, right? The job that I have requires like max, like actually working max about 4 hours. And on a super good day, out of the house at 5 and I'm back on a real good day. I'm back by like 9:30, 10 o'clock. On a long day, I'm back. I said earlier, I'm back at the house 10:30, 11 o'clock, unless something goes wrong. So I appreciate having something else to do other than sitting in either a combine or XFA or whatever it is, because as much as I love this, like, you have to be able to separate out. You have to be able to find something else to do. It will consume you if you really enjoy it. And I can, again, probably quite a few people in the chat could tell you the same thing. It just depends. You obviously have to have a why or a reason why you're doing it, or, you know, you're trying to accomplish something. And we all have our different goals and ideals on how to achieve them. But I think the one common thread, no matter what each one of our whys is that once you realize that you can take gradual steps, you don't have to try to hit the fucking home run every time or every position. And when you start just trying to make contact or hit singles, you could afford to step away, do something else, and come back, and it's a rinse and repeat. It's what's called data collection. You know, you journal, you screenshot, you backtest, and then you just build like a catalog of, you know, your wins. You journal the wins, the losses. You really journal the losses. And something I heard someone say once before, and I cannot remember who it is. I'd like to give them credit, but I don't know if it was Larry Williams. How to be profitable, fade all my trades. Possibly. I remember, oh gosh, who was it? I want to say Larry Williams. I don't think it was Larry Williams. But he basically just said, just be nice to yourself. Like, when you lose, be nice. You know? And it's not where you have to make up or embellish, but it's just a matter of, you know, realizing like, hey, look, I took a losing position, but I followed all of my rules and whatever. It's not, you know, I'm a dumbass, I can't get this right, I don't know what it's gonna take, oh my god, I'm gonna be doing this for the next 5 years, I might as well give it, like, nothing like that. And the reason that, you know, the idea that you kind of want to be kind to yourself is, it's again just re-emphasizing the fact that it's a process. It's a process. So it also helps develop resiliency. So that's it. Every Sunday I seem to be doing a TED Talk. Yet another TED Talk. Got a ways to get back up in there, but that'd be crazy if we come back into there, back up in there. T Money, how's everything with Apple? Like, are you like? And I know you said you day trade. So what's the and I'm asking just because I'm curious. Like, what's the overall trend for Apple? so confused right now. All right, give me one quick sec, guys. I'll be right back. Right back.
Order rejected. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to go check on something real quick. We may just bounce back and forth in here. I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh man, did I close that whole fucking window? God damn it. Where'd my chat go? Come back, chat. Come back. Hang on. Oh man. I gotta pull up another browser so I get my chat back. So just know if you say something, I can't see it just yet. Give me one sec. All right, there we go. Yeah, what do you guys think? You think we're just for start, focus, 1 or 2 pairs, learn a bit. Yeah.
That's the best thing to do, really. I mean, that's one thing that was talked about at like the very beginning. Like when I first became like really interested, I heard a lot of people would say, yeah, pick one pair like as your primary, and then pick another pair as like the alternate if your primary pair is not moving. And I guess that works. I mean, it could work in any asset class, but like when it comes to like the foreign exchange or like currency markets, I think the more you, and obviously looking back on it, I can say this looking back, but at the time I would have agreed with the philosophy, because at the time when somebody says, yeah, well, if your primary is not moving, right, or if it's consolidating, it's moving sideways, there's nothing that you can really learn from that. You can go to the alternate. And now, just like with a few years in, just looking at price, you could still have that one or two pairs, but then you could also look at your primary pair that's moving sideways to understand, like, you know, how it's accumulating. So, and as you guys have been witness to this evening, every time you see it, it doesn't necessarily go the way that you're anticipating. So, you know, but sometimes it'll give you clues and keys for you to follow. So yeah, Scooby, I could see that. So yeah, that's definitely good advice. That's what that is. Okay. I'm sorry. I just had to delete that. I had to delete that shit. Because when it plays, I just feel like my head is going to freaking explode. So. All right, so 7:16. So 7. Huh. Did we get a no soup for you here? Barely, maybe? Yeah, barely. So this was 7. So the first hour high would have been 640. This is a 705 candle. So the first hour is souped. So we could see the short here. Yeah. So this was just literally a sweep of this liquidity for the opening range this evening. So like I said, I mean, if this holds, I'm not saying it's going to go all the way, you know, in this one shot to what I'm targeting, but this was the soup candle. This establishes the high. This candle could be the continuation inside, and yeah, it could be. Could be. Wesley, you in a position, or you just watching price? Guess not. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, stopped again. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. I'm probably like it gets stopped here. Like I'm obviously I'm gonna be like done, be done, and we'll just sit and watch. Yeah, I'll just sit and watch for the rest of the evening. It's not even gonna be worth it. What's the oh, it's crashing over you, all right. Gotta get rid of that one too. I don't know, I was probably cold-blooded, but like, yeah. I gotta get these songs out of here. They're not helpful. Well, chat, we drew an offer. Not the first time I've drawn an offer, but just on the wrong side. Expecting one thing, something else happens. It happens. So I'm not gonna keep you guys because the likelihood is I'm just gonna sit and watch and see what plays out. I won't be taking anything else this evening. Just try to realign and see what's actually going on and go from there. However, despite this evening, work in the morning, I will try to jump back on live tomorrow morning. It'll be a post New York open, and we'll just recalibrate and start again fresh. So T Money, I appreciate the sub this evening. Thank you. Jefferson, good luck in learning. Everybody that came through this evening, I appreciate you guys' time. Wesley, Scooby, Jason, thank you. Who else we got in here? Yeah, Chris, I appreciate you. Ishmael, good to see you again. Hopefully, see you back here soon. But yeah, everybody else, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Hope you guys are profitable. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. Probably with my wife coming back on Wednesday. We'll try to shoot for live streams tomorrow, Tuesday. Wednesday, I put an asterisk next to. I'm actually gonna take a day off Wednesday, and that way I'll be here for like an actual open, and then we've got news that day. So at least that's what I'm shooting for. So have that to look forward to. Jason Trace, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But guys, again, I appreciate your time. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. You have a good night. Take care.